Inspired by a Half-Pipe Dream. Much Ado by Katrina Bennett.
Gold, gold, you've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believing, 'cause you are gold, gold. Nothing screams Winter Olympics more than watching these supreme athletes gloriously attired head to toe in bespoke patriotic costumes, performing mind-bending, laws of physics-defying, anxiety-inducing acts in the sub-zero temps of the picture postcard high-altitude Italian Alps, while lying in bed, sweating like a swamp donkey with hives at 1 a.m. on my phone. Because yes, Warrandyte, February. It's still 35 degrees, with the puff of breeze squeezing from Satan's rectum, and the power has been out since midday. But at least I still have 1 bar of 4G, with 4% battery left on my phone as Cooper Woods comes down with all the power, fury and finesse to make all middle-aged knees and lower backs cry for a double dose of IV Nurofen Stat and take out Australia's first gold medal. The late nights continued and the early morning alarm would shatter my peace, sending my heart rate into the stratosphere, but I couldn't look away. As a keen snow sport participant since before John Farnham was the voice, but well after he serenaded Sadie, the cleaning lady, I know a thing or two about the sports gracing our screens and the athletes we are witnessing. Summer Olympian, I've strained my calf, I can't finish the 100-metre sprint, limps off. Winter Olympian, hold my beer, I've just clipped a downhill gate while skiing at 138 kilometres an hour down an icy headwall, been helicoptered out, had 6 surgeries in 2 weeks with 3 plates, 69 screws and may still have to get my leg amputated. No regrets. The medals continued for the Aussies and the excitement was building. Josie Baff had snaffled golden glory in the sublime chaos of snowboard cross. A mere 4 hours later, the Grand Hotel opened its doors at 5 a.m. to host a watch party for local Wazadee hero Scotty James. Taking on the snowboard Olympic halfpipe for the 5th time, the towering grandad of the sport was going up against some kids half his age and seemingly half his size. The scene was set. Qualifying first had him coming down the pipe last. Run 1 had the crowds in oohs and ahs, well, as it didn't quite pan out. Run 2 had the Warrandytians in rapture. The grandstand went wild. It looked almost flawless. Replays would show the slightest of missteps that would put Scotty into the silver position. It all came down to the final run. You could have heard a platypus cutting laps in the Yarra as he dropped into the pipe. Then everyone burst onto their feet. It was immaculate. The noise could have generated enough power for the 3113 postcode for the next 3 days, until Scotty caught his edge on his last landing. Shocked silence. Drip, drip, drip of a beer draining from the grate. Screaming, crying, swearing, and then a shout from the back. What an absolute fucking legend! A roar of cheers! For the first time ever, Australia had a 3-time Winter Olympic medalist. The Scotty James Hotel had been born. The true highlight of the morning for me was seeing an elderly gentleman trying to purchase coffee with cash. The just legal bar person was seen handing the cash back, uttering the words, "Paper, paper." A bewildered octogenarian doubled down on trying to offload their non-digital currency. As he opened his wallet, the barkeep leaned forward and plucked a polymer $20 note out. Returning the paper, yes, that's correct, paper $20 note. Undoubtedly, the 18-year-old had never seen a paper banknote in their lifetime, except possibly on the Monopoly board. Although still legal tender, they have been out of circulation since 1994. Most likely, that $20 note is going back to whence it came from, to be reunited with some $1, $2 and pound notes with some pennies mixed in for their descendants to sort through when they have shuffled off from their mortal coil and are wearing a wooden onesie. The Winter Olympics drew to a close. More medals had come Australia's way and I was equal parts full of inspiration, Googling how to change my body clock back to normal and wondering what I'd actually achieved in my not-so-short time on this earth. Looking at the local community calendar, I knew what to aim for next. Run Warrandyte. So I volunteered to be a marshal. Not run, I'm not a complete lunatic. I might strain a calf muscle. You're indestructible, always believing, 'cause you are gold, 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 gold.
This story was read by Rebecca Rose.
Sandy Miller.